Vernon Vibes is brought to you in part by United Water, the official water company of Vernon Township. United Water, involved in the communities they serve.
The Vernon Independent Retailers Association reminds you that when you shop locally, you're helping to build our community by supporting local employment and keeping your tax dollars in our community. Support the Vernon Independent Retailers who support you. Brought to you by The Copy Center, H&H Auto Parts, Healthy Times Market, Heaven Hill Farm, Lakeland Pool and Spa, McAfee Ski and Snowboard, Valley Paint and Hardware, and Vernon Tire and Auto Center. Come in, we're local.
Hi, I'm Shannon Sweeney. I've been a player or coach for most of my life, and I understand the need to keep our kids motivated and safe. As a parent and coach, I also understand the need to make sure our children are protected. That's why insurance is as an important part of the game as a good coach is. I've known my fellow coach, Wayne Dietz, for 10 years. I've seen him motivate and inspire players both on and off the floor. I've also seen him make sure that our children are safe by making sure that the teams are properly insured. As a coach, we don't often think about insurance, and when you work with Wayne and his team at D&H Risk Solutions, you won't have to. They take care of everything with honesty and integrity so that you can focus on what you do best, coaching your team to victory.
Good evening and welcome to Vernon Vibes. This is a special edition, one that was so much fun that I just had to share it with all of you. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Skylands Victory Political Action Committee for sponsoring and underwriting this evening's fundraiser on behalf of my re-election campaign. We were blessed with a wonderful crowd, a wonderful dinner, and I think a really funny evening. I hope you enjoy it.
You know, we are here to honor, praise, and roast Victor Marotta and the birds that I hear in the background. As a unit, we all have the same question. Why? I know why. Our first choice, Sally Rinker, couldn't make it tonight. You know, I was told there'd be a 10-piece orchestra here this evening because there's a musical component to my presentation. Is there an orchestra? And I guess I'll have to hum. La da 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 da. When I was first asked to do this roast, I thought it would be a pig roast. And I was right. You may know that Victor Marotta is 67 years old. I have known Vic for 30 years. And I can tell you without any fear of contradiction, Vic hasn't changed a bit. You know what that means? When he was 37, he looked like a 67-year-old man. At this time, we have the pleasure of the presence of Pat Rizzuto, the town council president, and a hell of a shortstop, who has a few words to say.
Vic is a brother to me. I don't know if you know this, but our lives follow very similar paths. While I am just a few years older than Vic, we were both born and raised in Lyndhurst, New Jersey, that Italian bastion of Bergen County. We lived just a few blocks from each other and even went to the same Italian bakery on Ridge Road. I'm going to let you in on a secret and a decision that we made in 2011. We thought it was about time that we had an Italian elected mayor. Hey, this is New Jersey. Christie just doesn't have the connections, you know? Vic came in, taxes went down. How did he do it? Forget about it. Enjoy the money. Hey, the town needs more money in the bank, calls in the CFO. Hey, Bim, make it happen. We need lower interest rates for bonds. Hey, Zuck, talk to the man. and take Digger with you. If you don't come back with a half a point or less, don't come back. Contracts with the police, no problem. Hey, send them a message. Send them the cannoli. Tell them if they want more money, we'll give them 1.5 points on tickets and go 30-70, we get the 70 on drug repos. You like things the way they are, don't change a thing. Just leave it to Vic. No questions, no lies. Right, Bob? We both went through high school. He, the big man on campus, and I'm not the big, so big man on campus. We both married our high school sweethearts. We both went to a religious college, Vic to Ursinus, I to Seton Hall. After we graduated, we both went into business selling drugs. Later, he started selling concrete, and I started selling the shoes. We both raised our families in Vernon, just a few doors from each other. But I knew the neighborhood was in trouble, in real trouble, when I noticed an old toilet bowl on the front lawn being used as a flower box. He has spent half of his life in food, serving it to people and telling them how good it is. The other half he has spent in politics, serving them bullshit and telling them how good that was. I could keep on going and talk about Victor and his eccentricities and his ability to move people and mold public opinion. But I don't think I have to do that anymore. He's made quite an example of himself, and I'm proud, Victor, to call you my brother.
Our next speaker is Joseph Tadrick from the Federal Department of Homeland Security, and I was asked not to say anything else. Joe Tadrick.
I know you all heard about an issue that Vic had. He was accused in the paper of giving one of his opponents the death stare, at a meeting, because every so often, he will give this look. And I've known Vic for 30 years. I've seen this look over and over and over again. And they really got it wrong. It's not a death stare. He has gas. And just before he's about to fart, he has this look. I've seen it other times too. And usually, you'll see it in a meeting because he doesn't know where he is. He's confused. He forgets who he is and where he is. So this I'm used to. And it wasn't really a death stare. He's a nice guy for an Italian. Oh, and by the way, let me give you a little secret about Vic, background. He claims to be an Italian. He's half German. Now, his Italian brethren said that he was like Mussolini. Well, he does have a political bend like Mussolini. He also has a political bend, I'm Russian, like my favorite, Vladimir Putin. He's very strong and very forceful. But on the other hand, he's more like Ronald Reagan to me. The later years of Ronald Reagan, when Alzheimer's hit. Now, there's a couple things. You gotta give Vic a raise. He's killing me. He's killing me. Let's go out for lunch, Joe. Let's go out for breakfast, Joe. You never see Vic with short sleeves. You never see him because he has alligator arms. Anytime the bill comes, all of a sudden his arms shrink. And he can't reach his wallet. And he also does things like we keep a tab on who's paid for who. He always forgets when I pay. Because I'm always paying. Which is never. What? Never. Oh, excuse me, shut the mic off. It's my meeting. Now, I do have one issue I have to get, a package I have to give you. When I was out in the parking lot coming in, I saw two people. I thought they were little minions. You see them on TV all the time. Actually, it was a mushroom with long blondish hair. And she gave me a box that I have to give to you, and for your meal. open that. She wanted to wish you good luck in your new career, whatever that is, and wishes you good luck in the election. Can you help me open it? Having said all that, I have known Vic for 30 years. He's been a really good friend. You only see part of how nice he is and how concerned he is about the community. He's always working. He's 24/7 working when he's not sleeping, which is a good part of the time, and meetings especially. But he really is a great guy. He's like the brother I never had, thank God. My mom only had a daughter, so it was me and her. Extra 20? Shut up. It's been a pleasure being here with you folks. I know why I had to come, because I owe money. I don't know why you came, but I know the word did go out, vote for Vic or else. That's going to be the campaign slogan. So thank you all, and love you.
Our next speaker tonight is Bill Zuckerman, the Township Business Manager, and hopefully he'll give Vic some business tonight.
Thank you, Jim. As the business administrator, one of my jobs is to sit in for the mayor when he takes his many vacations. But he's good to us. When he leaves, he always tells us, I'm available by phone. Now, let me give you a couple of examples of when he's available by phone. We have a bond issue, $6 million bond issue. And as soon as Vic leaves the parking lot, a female council person comes in and wants to explain how come we're spending $6 million. You know, it doesn't make sense. Well, we spend hours trying to explain to her why it's $6 million. We're going to save all this interest. Comes to the council meeting, again, we go through the same routine. I'm sitting there saying, oh my God, I got to call the guy who just left and give him, I'm available by phone, and tell him, I just bankrupt Vernon, don't worry about it. You can come back. Fortunately, we had enough votes, and it did pass. Now, you know, it never snows in February in Vernon, ever. Except when Vic goes to St. Martin. It snows like crazy. Again, what do? We have no salt. The lake communities are going nuts. We have nothing to put on the roads. Do I close the town? Do I have to call, oh, I'm available by phone? Thank you. The latest one we had was June. Another vacation. Where are we now? We're in North Carolina. What are we doing? What comes in the summer? Gypsy Moss, we got a meet in the town. Where's our mayor? He's on vacation. Now what are we going to do? We do like we do in all things. We blame the state. One of the things, that's what politicians do, we blame the state. Who cares? But one of the things that is so nice about Vic, he always lets us know when he's leaving. He doesn't tell us where he's going, but he tells us he's leaving. So I have a little gift for him that next time he leaves, I hope he takes it with him. Thank you.
Hold on a second. Oh, great. How am I supposed to use this?
The way you use your cell phone now.
You know, with all this hugging that's going on up here, I'm wondering who's going to get whacked tonight. You know, to be honest, Vic is very excited to be here tonight. It gives him a chance to practice with utensils. As some of you, huh?
Excuse me, I'm excited because it's after 9 o'clock and I'm still awake.
I put a roofie in your coffee. As some of you may know, Vic has had his health problems. He is on an experimental drug called imbecilin. And it certainly seems to be working. He went to his high school class reunion a little while back. The school fight song was Dueling Banjos. When he got out of high school, he took a job with Bed Bath & Beyond. He was the manager of the Beyond. Some people age like fine wine. Vic ages like milk. I know that many of you think that Vic is one smart fellow. And quite frankly, nothing is further from the truth. Stupid as a bag of dum-dums. He is so dumb, thank you. He thinks that virgin wool comes from ugly sheep. He is so dumb, he has trouble alphabetizing a bag of M&Ms. When he first got a cell phone, I called him and he asked me, "How'd you know I was here?" He told me he read a book by Shakespeare. I asked him which one, and he said, William, of course. But anyway, not only is he a member of the Township Council, Committee, whatever the hell it's called, I've lost track, he is also Sussex County's next freeholder.
Yeah. Yo!
And also, in my humble opinion, star of Stage, Screen, and Outer Space. And I talk about Brian Lynch.
I'm not the kind of guy that likes to bust anybody's chops. You know that this is going against my grain, standing up here doing this. It's because I had to pay to be here to do it. That's why usually I do it for free. Today is the 80th anniversary of Social Security. 80 years. Vic's card number is 003. Today is also the 70th anniversary of the unconditional surrender of Japan. Now, Vic was part of those negotiations. And the United States didn't want that to get out, because if Sally found out that he was part of that negotiation, she would have started a petition to bring back World War II. So now we have Vic Marotta sitting up here with his good friend Pat Rizzuto, and it's always the two Italians against the Irish guy in the office, and I usually win. Because I'm still awake at the end of the day and they're still sleeping. But I have to tell you, I don't want to go on with any more barbs or anything, because I have to tell you, Vic Marotta is the most honest, hardworking mayor that I've seen. And out of all the mayors in Vernon Township, he definitely is one of them. And I would rather serve with Vic Marotta than the best mayor ever. No. You freaking let me up here. That's what happened.
Go for it.
I have nothing but respect for Grandpa. Vic. The guy is like a father to me, a very, very old father. We went out to eat one night, and we went out to Newark. We went out to a place that was really nice. And we ate like kings that night. They drank about 7 pitchers of sangria. We're coming home, and it's about 9:30, and this is Vic in the front seat. Pat can't drive when Vic is in the car because he becomes a fragile flower, and he can't sit in the car. So we're coming up Canistere Road, and Vic is, all of a sudden he opens his eyes, he sees a car coming the other way. Whoa! I said, Vic, that's the road you built. One side goes that way and we go this way. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to tell you how to drive. I said, yes, you did. But I just have to say that in closing, that I'm here with my lovely wife, Renee. Renee, please stand up. And also Kathy Marotta, Vic's wife. I'm here with her tonight too. In closing, I really meant what I said about Vic being an honest man. All kidding aside, Vernon Township needs to re-elect Vic Marotta. How many people are thinking about voting for Vic? Not everybody's raising their hand. How many people are going to vote for Vic? And the ones that live out of town, George Heffley, go talk to them for me, right? We'll get the Hudson County people up here to get that squared away. We need to re-elect Vic Marotta, and we need to do it because he's been doing a great job for the last 4 years. And what is the debate about lowering taxes? 3 years in a row, keeping them flat on the 4th year, and not even getting a nickel for it. Tonight, we have our friends amongst us, and it's very easy to have a great night with our friends amongst us. Get out to vote for Vic, and at this time, I'd like to present the Mayor of Vernon Township, my best friend, Vic Marotta.
You know, I thought a lot about what I was going to say tonight, and I think the young men that spoke pretty much said it all. And so let me start by thanking you, gentlemen. You made this a special occasion for all of us. I hope all of you enjoyed it as much as I did. They're pretty damn funny guys. And I love working with them. And I love working with you and working for you. And so, with no further ado, I simply want to say thank you for being here. You have no idea what your support means to me. It energizes me. It just absolutely rejuvenates my determination to win this election and to finish the job that we've all started together, because I know, and I believe many of you in this room know, nobody ever does anything by themselves. It takes people working together. And I've been blessed with some of the best team members and some of the best teammates that one could imagine. I said the other day to a friend, and this is the truth, if I was a wealthy, wealthy man, I'd buy the DPW and I'd make Marotta Construction Company and I'd make $1 million. And for every one of you out there who think our DPW guys lean on their shovels, that's bullshit. They work, and they work hard. And so do our police. And so do the people that work in town hall. And so do all the chair people and the members, the commissions and the committees and everything that makes up Vernon Township. And the people who provide the recreation and our firemen and our ambulance. We are truly blessed. This is a strong community. Do not think that what you read in the rags that call themselves newspapers represent Vernon Township. That's a small, loud, naysaying minority. This township is moving forward. We are leading the way. We are the economic engine in Sussex County. And if you don't believe me, the freeholders are here, ask them. The #1 industry in Sussex County today is tourism. And who is the largest attractor of tourists to Sussex County? Vernon Township, Mountain Creek. And a special thank you to the people from Mountain Creek tonight, because many of you who are here with compliments are here because Mountain Creek and the new owners, the Kaufman family, have seen to it that the cost of your dinner and your attendance was here. I thank Mr. Kaufman, his family, and I'm going to tell you one thing, and this is important. I want you to hear it. 30 days after the Kaufman family took ownership of Mountain Creek Resort, every single bill owed to Vernon Township, taxes, sewer, bonds, were brought current. The first time ever. Thank you for that. As I look across the room tonight, there are many, many business people here, large and small. And you know what? That's what makes up a community. And the truth of the matter is that our friends at Crystal Springs are still here and doing a good job. And this has been a good year for Vernon Township. One of the things I do when I'm out of the office is tour this township. And I visit with the businessmen. I'll go into the gas stations, I'll go into the delis, I'll go into the restaurants. How's business? Here's what I hear. It's summertime, it's good. Fall's coming, it's gonna get a little weak. Can't wait for winter. Spring's not so good either. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that this township has been a resort for well beyond 50 years. And like so many things that we have undertaken together, it is now time for us to together take on the fact that this will be a 4-season, world-class destination resort community, and we, the people who live here and work here, will benefit by it. You're going to hear a lot of things in the future. If you haven't grasped yet that we are no longer able to build our way out of tax problems by building homes as a result of the Highlands Act and a whole lot of other reasons, if you haven't latched onto that yet, let me tell you, without us developing a commercial base in this community, none of us will be able to afford to live here. But we're doing it. The sewers are in, the water is 40% in. In another 18 months, wherever there's sewer lines, we should have central water. And you know what that means? It means damn the Highlands Act. We're gonna build and we're gonna grow. And we're gonna have a viable business, commercial community that offers jobs that we don't have to travel 50 miles out of here every day to make a living. That's my goal for the second term. I thank you for the help in the first. I hope you'll help me get through the second. I want to thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed. I am moved. Well, I sure hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next edition of Vernon Vibes.
Vernon Vibes is brought to you in part by United Water, the official water company of Vernon Township. United Water, involved in the communities they serve.
The Vernon Independent Retailers Association reminds you that when you shop locally, you're helping to build our community by supporting local employment and keeping your tax dollars in our community. Support the Vernon Independent Retailers who support you. Brought to you by The Copy Center, H&H Auto Parts, Healthy Times Market, Heaven Hill Farm, Lakeland Pool and Spa, McAfee Ski and Snowboard, Valley Paint and Hardware, and Vernon Tire and Auto Center. Come in, we're local.
Hi, I'm Shannon Sweeney. I've been a player or coach for most of my life, and I understand the need to keep our kids motivated and safe. As a parent and coach, I also understand the need to make sure our children are protected. That's why insurance is as an important part of the game as a good coach is. I've known my fellow coach, Wayne Dietz, for 10 years. I've seen him motivate and inspire players both on and off the floor. I've also seen him make sure that our children are safe by making sure that the teams are properly insured. As a coach, we don't often think about insurance, and when you work with Wayne and his team at D&H Risk Solutions, you won't have to. They take care of everything with honesty and integrity so that you can focus on what you do best, coaching your team to victory.